is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. All right, so this is gonna be Tesla full self-driving here. We're in Washington DC doing a little FSD drive, and I want to show you all the latest on how FSD is handling itself in some of these narrow back roads. And yeah, hopefully we don't have any takeovers. So sit back, buckle up, enjoy the ride. In this video, I will be talking a little bit about FSD transfer. Wow, I can't believe I'm talking about that. So it's something that I've thought about the minute that I bought my car. And I purchased FSD with the car, which has now gone up $5,000 since I bought it. And I'll tell you my story. So when I got the car, which was actually in December of 2021, I got the car and I enrolled in full self-driving, but I didn't get it right away. So the first 3 months of me driving the car was with just autopilot and navigate on autopilot. At the time, they were doing the safety score thing where you had to maintain a safety score basically above 96, 97, or 98, 99, or 100. And then you would get selected into the FSD early enrollment program, whatever the heck they wanted to call it then. All I know is I was in a group of 150,000. So that was the time that I got FSD. Since then, FSD has gone up in price $5,000. The price today is now $15,000. FSD used to be $7,000 if you were to purchase it before 2020. Now the price has gone up to $15,000. So here I am with my Model 3 with FSD on it. The whole time I've had the car, the Model Y came out. We're talking about Cybertruck. You know, I've been pretty content with my vehicle here, but now Tesla all of a sudden is offering FSD transfer, but it comes with a catch. All right, so if you want to transfer, so this is a quick PSA to anyone that has FSD on their car. Tesla is offering you to transfer it to a new vehicle that you purchased by September 30th, and that could be any car. You got a Model 3, you want to get a new Model 3, you can go ahead and trade it in, and they will transfer the $15,000 credit for you to purchase FSD. So let me know what you think about that. If you're watching this video and you have FSD, tell me if you're planning on transferring, if you're planning on trading in your car, what you might be thinking about getting, what you got now, what makes you want to change. Yeah, so there's a lot of factors that go into this. I mean, the first thing is going to be, of course, the value of the car, which is not bad. Depending on, of course, mileage and the model that you have, Tesla's maintained the value pretty well. But a little misconception that a lot of people had was FSD. Like, hey, if I bought this car for $30,000 and then FSD is $15,000 on top of it, this should be a $45,000 car. But if you go to sell it, they actually don't even value FSD into the sale. Like, what? I paid for that, you know? So this is really odd, and this is not something that people expected buying the car. You know, thinking that, hey, I'm gonna sell it, I kind of have that money stored into the car there. I think Tesla thinks about it more in a sense where, hey, you get your money's worth for what you paid for. You got to look at it as like, think about the people that subscribe to FSD. They pay $200 a month and they don't get that money back. They get their money's worth on every drive that they use it, where they don't have to drive, they're paying for what they get. In this situation, Tesla's trying to make it fair, so like if you pay for it up front and you go around to sell it, you kind of pay for what you got. But this FSD transfer is kind of trying to make people happy and giving them a chance to upgrade their car and not lose that value of full self-driving. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck. You know, it's the end of July right now, early August, and I'm thinking about upgrading. I am, but then again, I've got a lot of factors in mind, of course, you know. I'm pretty sure my car payment would go up a little bit because, of course, I'd be getting a new car. Of course, you got to mind like equity and stuff like that. If you have a car payment still, if the car is paid off, you know, you want to keep these things in mind. That's a huge factor for a lot of people. All right, on another side of the coin, there's another factor that I've been thinking about a lot too, and that is gonna be the ultrasonic sensors. All right, so check this out. Right now, any car made before 2023 has got ultrasonic sensors on it. What that is that little dots all around the car in the bumper area. It's little circles in it. What they do is they actually they use like a sensor to basically detect its surroundings. So Tesla decided in 2023 to get rid of these sensors. They even now have got a hardware for cars that has switched up, not only removing the sensors, but they even removed a camera out of this camera cluster here. Oh, look at that. You got the auto wipers going on. It's funny that I did that the second I touched it. So yeah, in this camera cluster, there are 3 cameras. And in the hardware 4 configuration, there's only 2 cameras and there's no ultrasonic sensors. Why is this important? I mean, it's not that important because FSD still works with no ultrasonic sensors. At the time of shooting this video, FSD is not installed on any hardware 4 configured cars yet. So what I'm trying to say is, what do you get with those ultrasonic sensors right now? To be honest, 2 things I noticed. It's auto park and summit. So if you got a 2023 car right now that you just purchased and you bought enhanced autopilot or FSD with it, you notice that it has a little, FSD did stop there, shouldn't have. But yeah, you notice it does have a little disclaimer there saying that as Tesla is transferring their system to Tesla Vision, right now Smart Summit and Auto Park is not available. Now, they haven't really given us a timeline on when that would be available. They not only haven't given us a timeline, honestly, no one really has any idea on how it's going to operate. But knowing Tesla and seeing their advancements in the past, we can kind of expect it to work like it works now, and better, of course, because they're constantly providing updates. Elon Musk has been talking about this whole, all right, here we go with the takeover here, because we want to get around this car. Technically, FSD would have waited there, but that's something, you know, it's just kind of impulse. So yeah, Elon Musk, he did tweet that, oh, there's ASS coming soon, just stands for actually Smart Summon, which Summon is pretty smart for now. So for them to say that they're gonna improve it without ultrasonic sensors and one less camera, I mean, I don't not believe them. I do believe them. I wish I could know the timeline on that. But I guess if you're gonna plan to keep a car for longer than 5 years, you can kind of expect that to be there eventually. But I will say it is kind of hard to, like, that's the biggest obstacle that I need to overcome. Honestly, it's getting rid of my ultrasonic sensors. You know, I want to know before I part ways with that I won't part ways with those features. I'll be honest, if you got a Model 3 or Model Y, I think one of the most exciting features besides FSD is Auto Park. Okay, a lot of people don't feel the same way as I do. I think it's awesome. I can never get over it. It's so much fun. Every time I pull into a spot and the car parks for me, I think it's so cool. Summon, on the other hand, is cool. All right, look, there's certain moments where it'll be like the most clutch thing in the world, especially like if it's raining. But then again, like, every time I use summon, it's just for fun. I'll be honest, it's kind of a gimmick right now, but it does work. I have pulled it out in some shopping centers and I've had the car come pick me up. But let me tell you, like, my heart is dropping every time I see the car pull out of a parking spot by itself. Like, oh my God, what if it hits a car or something? Thankfully, that hasn't been, you know, the situation at all. But like, I really try to use it only when my eyes are on the car. And then whenever you're in that situation, you kind of think to yourself, why don't I just walk to the car? So it's like, this is something out of the future and it's gonna take some getting used to. So I guess the biggest thing you're missing out is auto park. And like, I post a lot of videos about auto park, and that's one thing a lot of people comment on my videos about. They're like, I wish my Tesla had auto park. I just got a 2023 Tesla with FSD and no auto park. So I kind of feel for them in a sense where I just don't know when. And look how FSD waited for this car, for the lady to get in the car. They did a really good job there. Now, I did have one takeover in this drive, and that was because of me. I just wanted to get around the car. Normally, FSD would have stopped, waited, and then proceeded around once it was out of the way. And I'm pretty confident it would have done that, and this would have been a zero intervention drive, but I was doing a lot of talking, and I just sometimes, you know, subconsciously didn't even think and just took over. So yeah, kind of stuck as far as what I'm gonna do. You know, I have